Okay, welcome to the next Blender tutorial. So today what I'm going to be doing is making a phone background. So all I need you to do is switch out your EV to cycles in the rendering side, and then we're going to go ahead and put the output in. You're going to need the size of your phone via pixel. So I'm going to go 1440 for mine, and then 3080 for the bottom. So let's go 3080. You just want to go ahead and place that in the X and the Y of your formatting. So the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to get rid of the default cube, and we're going to add a plane. I'm just going to go S for scale. We'll just go ahead and scale this up. The next thing I'm going to do is add some, let's go with UV sphere. Right click, shade smooth. You're going to want to make sure that this UV sphere is set directly on top of your plane. So you can go for 1 for side view so you guys can see what you're doing. So the plane should be on the red line right here. So yeah, you're going to be just above that red line right there. Okay, so for this one we're going to go ahead and we're going to go new. Switch out your principal BSDF for glass BSDF. We'll take the roughness down and we'll change this to a pink. Kind of a pinky orange. Just about there. So what this is we're going to be making a glass kind of shader. So when we render this, we should have something like this. So the next thing that we need to do is you can go ahead and adjust your IOR. You can go ahead and adjust how rough this is. It's totally up to you how you would like it. So let's go to 1, which is a side view again. So I'm going to go ahead on a regular render right here. And we'll go Shift D and we'll move this to the side. Let's go S to scale, make this one a little bit smaller, and we're going to place this on the line just here. And what I'm going to do, let's go and change the material. So to your materials tab right here, and you want to remove the material slots, we're going to go new. And this one we're going to go with glass BSDF, take down your roughness, and we're just going to have this as kind of like a clear glass ball. And then we're going to go ahead and do this again. And maybe we'll have some blue ones. So let's go ahead, S for scale, scale this down. We'll go ahead, press G, bring this down to the line. And then we're going to go ahead and make this kind of a blue. But obviously, because we've not changed the colour out right here, these are going to change. So we're going to go minus again on the material, new. We'll go principal BSDF, glass BSDF, change this to a blue. Take down the roughness. So now we have shiny balls, essentially. So what we're going to be doing, let's go 7 to heaven. And what we need to do is we're going to go with Shift D. Let's duplicate the blue ones to begin with. I'm going to go Shift D again. And just R for rotate. And then we'll just rotate these around, just press G. And then I'm just going to select them all. And then we'll go again and do some Shift D-ing and rotating, Shift D. And then we'll go R for rotate. And the goal of this really is just to kind of have a variation of small marbles on here. Make sure that you're working with the axes so that you don't accidentally pull any of them up. They've all got to be flat up against here. Let's go 7 to heaven again. I'm just going to go ahead and just select random ones here, holding down Shift as I do so. Let's go ahead and Shift D that one. Just move those up. And then we're going to go Shift D again. If they interact with these bigger ones, just go ahead and click them and then just delete. So now we're going to do the same thing with the white one. Let's go Shift D. Use those axes right there. Just place these randomly. Press G, move that one up. And then I'm going to take this red one and I'm going to do the exact same. So we could do 1 here, Just kind of find a space, essentially. Let's place these in. Okay, so once we have something akin to this, we can go ahead and we can take all of this and we can just kind of duplicate it over. So let's go 7 to heaven again. You're probably going to end up interacting with your light here and your camera, but that's okay. So we can just like box select and then we can get rid of what we don't need afterwards. So double click the background just to get rid of that, or single click. Let's go Shift D. We'll move this one up. So you've got some there. We'll move this one down. So you've got the variation again there. Any ones that are interacting with each other, we're going to go ahead and just get rid of these. So there might be quite a few, and ones that I haven't spotted either. So I think we had one up here somewhere. Just looking. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and scale out the background a little bit. So, you can see that it's quite uniform in the way that everything's kind of going down a row, down a row, down a row kind of thing. Now you can go ahead and box select this if you want to, click off the background and then just press G. And you can just kind of move these across a little bit so you're breaking up that pattern. That's not a problem. So, let's go with the side view just about here. And we're going to go ahead and put view. Align view, and you want to go ahead and align active camera to view so that you've got something like this. So we can press G and we can move this back, or you can move this forward. It's totally up to you. I would also suggest let's press S and make that background a little bit bigger. If it starts to do this in the background where it kind of cuts off, all you need to do is go and click on the camera and go to lens, and then you should have end, and just go ahead and just pull those meters out a little bit more, just at the back. You can go ahead and add a material to this plane as well if you'd like, but I'm just going to go back to the camera and just adjust that little lens. So the next thing that I would say that we could do with this is, because the camera's facing this way, we can go ahead and box select some of these. Let's go Shift D. We'll move these up. We might need to get rid of that background. Shift D again. And then we can go Shift D just across the side here. So now we've got multiple backgrounds in the background. Let's go ahead and just delete some of these because we don't need them. Just gonna bring that one back. Okay, so when we go to view, we go to camera, active camera. This is what our background will look like. Now, what we can do here is we can grab things from the side. We can press G. We can kind of bring them into the scene a little bit. So you can have like small little details. Because you're not going to see this on the outside, it doesn't really matter if anything clips at this point. So let's go ahead and just bring some stuff in. Maybe some stuff off camera just slightly. And when we click render, we should have something like this. Now, for me personally, I'm going to put some other lighting across the top because I think this is too messy. The lighting is just way too messy. So, let's go ahead, because we have all these lights in the background now that we've accidentally duplicated. Let's go ahead and just delete these off. And all of the cameras that we've duplicated as well. So, I mean, you could put this onto one side view and just select and delete. And just delete these ones as well. So now find where you'd like to put your camera. So I think we were somewhere just over here. Add, and then we'll go camera again. It's a little bit fiddly sometimes because you don't know which camera's which. It's just best to get rid of them all and then restart. So, align active camera to view. Let's go with G. Bring this down. Alpha rotate the camera if you need to. Let's go R. Rotate that camera around. I'm just going to press G and just bring this across. And then what we can do is just mess around with where we'd like everything. So I think there's way too much red within this scene, but that's okay. So essentially when we're making the lighting, what I generally like to do is like to do strip lighting. So let's go with add. We'll do cylinder. S for scale. Scale it up. And then I'm just going to rotate it by 90. And then S to scale across as well. So essentially what you're going to want to do is make this an emission. So let's go right click shade smooth. Let's go new. Switch out the principal BSDF on materials to emission. And we'll press G. And we'll go onto this side. Now I'm going to show you both sides right here. So let's go view. Camera, active camera. And with the strip light you can see that we now have a little bit of lighting right there, but it's not too powerful. So let's go ahead and just increase the strength of this strip lighting just by clicking on it and going to material. So now you can see that we have all these marbles. You've kind of got some nice little shade going on. You can go ahead and make this kind of a blue if you wanted to, any sort of tone. You can go ahead and pull the strength up just a little bit if you wanted to. You can press G and you can lower this slightly to make those shadows a little bit longer if you wanted to. So something like that. I'm going to go ahead with the world settings right here and just make that background black. So you've got that nice little fade going into the background right there. Let's go ahead and amend some of these background pieces. So what I'm going to do, let's go and take some of these marbles that we've got right here, this blue one. Let's go with G, move these across. Let's go with another red one, just at the corner right here, just to add some of that depth. Move this white one in the middle, and then we'll move a couple more white ones just here. Let's go with the red at the back, just peeking. Let's take that white one right there that's kind of stuck in between two of them and place that in the middle. Let's take this one, move this across. And then what I'm going to do, let's do a depth of field as well. So let's click the camera, click the data right here. We want to go depth of field, take this little dropper and just click something in the middle. And then with the f-stop, just turn it all the way down to 0.1. And what we should be left with is something like this. So you've kind of got this out-focused bit right here. You've got the in-focus stuff right here. And the more that you turn up the f-stop, the more focused everything else will be. So you kind of want that nice little between worlds of being blurred right here, nice and clear here, and then blurred at the back right there. So we're going to go ahead, maybe turn that up to 0.5. Just as such. And you can go ahead, and with all of these you can duplicate them a little bit more in the background. So let's go ahead, if our camera's facing that way, we can go ahead, box select that. Let's press shift and just click the background twice. Let's shift D, excuse me, move this across. Let's press G, move this forward, so we've got some sort of background going on. And then we'll go shift D again, and we'll do some more just here. Then just keep going until you've got enough filling your entire place. Just as such. So now we've got this nice little depth of field coming. It just looks like someone's dropped a whole load of marbles everywhere. And we should have something like this. So the marbles at the back that don't have any lights directly on them are still catching some light, almost like a pollution from the light that's happening here. So you've got that nice little depth of field, and this is going to be a really good phone case, design, because you can put your time right here, and then you've got all your patterns and stuff right here. So it's just kind of like a nice little screensaver idea. If you guys are interested. Yeah, if you like this tutorial, please like, subscribe, and all of that stuff I'm trying to build up at the moment. And I'm putting a lot of effort into these videos, so yeah, I mean, it's free to subscribe, and the tutorials are free, you know what I mean? So it's a win-win. I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you for watching. Bye.